There is a nice pool room in Dunedin where people play snooker or pool. And one day a friend said to me, "Isn't playing pool with Christians doing church?" And I've heard other people say, "Isn't going out for coffee with other Christian friends doing church?" Now, there's something wrong and something right in these suggestions. First, the wrong. I love having coffee. I love playing pool with friends. They're both fellowship, time building relationship, time having fun with other believers. But that in and of itself is not church. Well, what then is church? I think the best biblical summary of church is found in Acts 2, verse 42, which says they devoted themselves to the apostles' teaching, which is found in the Bible, and to fellowship, and to the breaking of bread, and to prayer. And these are the four essentials of what comprises church. So church includes great times of fellowship, but it is more than that. It involves time in the Bible and in authoritative preaching and teaching. It involves time with God in communal prayer and worship. It involves eating together and being richly involved in the lives of other Christians. However, I've seen that for some Christians, church seems to mean attending a Sunday service and nothing more. It's almost like it's a religious product to be consumed and no meaningful friendships are involved. And this is where the suggestion about coffee and playing pool with friends is so right. Because what they're saying is this: church has to involve real friendships, relaxing and having fun with friends, and going deep together. Yes. So delving deeper into authentic connections, what does fellowship look like that spurs each other on to all God has called them to be? What do discipling relationships look like? Discipling relationships are relationships with direction. This is my first point. The goal is to spur one another on to become more like Jesus, to spur each other on into each person's God-given destiny. Therefore, discipling relationships are intentional and purposeful. Second, discipling relationships are natural. Jesus went for walks with his disciples and went on fishing trips together, and that's where the coffee and the playing pool come in. Or perhaps for you it's playing football or going cycling or going for a walk or something else. The point is this: do the stuff you love to do with those people you are in discipling relationships with. Discipling relationships are natural. Next, discipling relationships involve the Bible and prayer. And that is because God is the recognized authority. His word, the Bible, is core to growing in Christ, and dependence on and dialogue with the Lord in prayer is central. Next, discipling relationships involve being personally known. Paul, the apostle, wrote to his disciple Timothy, "You, Timothy, certainly know what I teach, how I live, and what my purpose in life is." Now pay attention to what he says here. "You, Timothy, know my faith, my patience, my love, and my endurance." How could Timothy know these things? Timothy could only know them if Paul had so shared his life with Timothy that they knew each other deeply. So church is about the apostles' teaching, fellowship, eating together, and prayer. How do these things relate to each other? I used to live in St Andrews in Scotland, where I went to university, and most people know of St Andrews as the home of golf, where golf was invented. Now, I'm no golfer, but I know that there are different clubs in golf. The driver hits the ball down the fairway, the irons are used to get out of sandy bunkers and long grass, and the putter is used to carefully hit the ball into the hole. Each of these clubs are different, but they're all needed, and they all have the same goal: getting the ball into the hole. And same with church. In church, different size gatherings, Sunday services, small groups, discipling relationships, they all achieve slightly different things, like the different golf clubs achieve slightly different things. The driver wins on distance, the putter wins on accuracy. And in reality, Sunday services and small groups, ongoing discipling relationships, they're all essential. They all do slightly different things, but they share the same goal. And the goal is not getting a ball in a hole. The goal is helping people become more like Jesus. God desires for you to be involved in church, in Sunday services, and in small groups, and in discipling relationships. question for you as we close. Is there one of these that you think God is calling you to take a step up and step forward?